game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, the Raptors enjoying a nice lead here.
With their
All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
star treatment, what is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Here's Collier, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Puts up a three. He buries it from three. He's got 18.
He's officially taken over this first half, making all the right reads.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offense in transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
All right, Grant, do you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, B.A., it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
He's off on the first. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the fourth best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Utah making a switch here. George is checked in. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. 21 points in the game.
Yeah, we know this about Scotty Barnes. He has a team-first mindset, finds the open player in that instance.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half. George for three. Utah with another miss. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for Toronto. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
George, he's checked in for Utah. Utah has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. And he's going for the oop here. Kessler, no good.
And the idea was good, but the execution severely lacking.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity. Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
And Utah calls time here. They're having very little success right now.
And they really could take a different approach, right? Find something that works.
The Jazz, again, can't hit.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Now George, yet to see a basket. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the jam by George.
Oh, yes, sir. PJ making it look easy.
The Raptors have gotten 8 of 13 shots to fall in the second quarter. And another basket for Toronto.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
From downtown. And it's Boucher with the rebound. With 1 on the clock. And he can't get that one. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's the Raptors opening up a huge gap. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Good to see you, and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Utah Jazz.
They know they don't have to keep shooting threes, right? When you're this cold, you just can't keep tossing them.
All right, guys, here's a look at how the power rankings look at this late point of the season.
You know, right now for Utah, a month left to play. Dog days. A lot of teams on autopilot. They seem to be in that group.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Barnes and Poeltl down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Immanuel Quickley. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Sexton misses.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
From behind the arc, it's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Colin Sexton's assertiveness right there with the rise and fire, exactly what his team wants from him.
Doris, we've heard Paul George get a lot of praise from the next generation of NBA talent.
We sure have, and it's easy to see why, Brian. This guy is fundamentally sound. He does a little bit of everything, can shoot with range, can get off the bounce. His game is so polished and smooth, worthy of emulation.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Collins, no good.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Barnes, and he banks in the layup. Barnes has got 6.
Put the first 3 misses behind them and finally ended their third quarter drought.
Collins outside. For 3, George. That shot off the mark.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
There's the 3. Kessler with a rebound.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Collins, no good.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Drops in the 3. Give him 31 now.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
George against Ingram. Inside. Here's Sexton. Oh, rejected by Poeltl.
Very hard to get a shot off over Jakob Poeltl when he's that tight on you. Too much size, too much length.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. George, no good.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Here's Ingram, and the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
Well, that's why Ingram has been an all-star. He gives your team spacing, and he doesn't need the rock to score.
Outside Sexton. Will it go? Rebound Toronto.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Every team needs those veterans to show how to be a pro, to build chemistry, and teach the youngsters how to play the right way. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic said, "There's just more accountability when it's coming from another player, so I empower guys to communicate, talk, and be on the same page." Brian, it helps.
Has to. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Quickley. Rebound, Utah. Kessler's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's George. Rebounded by Ingram. Ingram's got 5 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Here's Abaji. Excellent D there from Collins.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And finished off by Kessler.
Well, tremendous strength and authority on that dunk. Nicely done, Walker Kessler.
George against Quickly to the paint. Here's Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Collins outside. Pass to George. Over Ingram. That one's wide left.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Quickly outside. From deep. That one is off. And so it's Toronto holding a massive 34-point lead to end the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be right back with you shortly. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. They've got Kenyon Martin. Collier is out there with Filipowski. And it's Hendricks in at the 4. Here's Shed. Pass to Mobo. Here's Abaji. Here's Shed. Misses the 3. Here's Collier. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
He's got a big speed advantage in that matchup. Could be a blow by every single time.
Here's Abaji. He's guarded by Martin. Abaji can't hit. And for the Jazz, they're shooting a low 26% from the field. Stripped away. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Shed. Pass to Abaji. The rebound by Filipowski. And here are the Jazz. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Yep, that one goes.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Here's Shed. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Here's Collier. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Fires from deep. The shot that time not on target. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Abaji. And it's Martin with the rebound. For Utah, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Pass to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Three-pointer. And Castleton pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
A minute 58 left in the final quarter. Here's Long. Lawson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's Utah with the ball. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Collier. Pass to Sensabaugh. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the triple. Sensabaugh's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Raptors.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from three. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And certainly a point of pride. They've now won 50 games this year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
Here he goes. Agbaji can't hit. The Jazz have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Pass to Collier. Martin outside. Toronto grabs the miss.
Let's be honest, that's not a shot he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Here's Lawson. Pass to Mobo. Here's Shed. Shoots over Collier. Shed, that's good.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
11 feet out. He can't hit that time. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Great win tonight, MP.
Okay, most of the season has come and gone. We've seen all we've needed to see.
Good win. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, I see you with the new Nike deal. Mogul-ish.
kids too? Everyone.
Is it okay for us to ask them if we don't see one?
Absolutely. Also, just be sure that no one's feet are getting in the walkway or court area as the night goes on. Okay? Head on those court. I'm not just like any
I'm just saying if there's an excuse to get over Spain, scouting.
I hear that.
It's called culture, guys. You should try it out. It's a dog. There shouldn't have. My daughter was asking me to make smoothies last night.
Oh, adorable. What's the process?
It just needs some nutrition in there. Will do.
No, last time I smelled some kale, she saw little green bits, and now every day you would ask me to promise I
Hey, this is tunnel staff. Beef and pork. Adorable.
So mostly strawberry and bananas. And that's a classic. Just once you get the young guys together, you're space. We got some drills for that. Could anything specific? Pass and move, ISO clear outs, and popping after screen set. Great. We'll tell coach to go for 15 minutes and scrimmage with those instruction areas. Thanks very much. It needs to change this year.
Yo, I was thinking we hit that Korean barbecue spot after the game.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
legit, man.
It's open late, too. Hey, what's up? Everything good?
I'm guessing by the look on your face, you know what I'm here to talk about.
Somebody gonna fill me in?
Show him.
Fool, I know he didn't say that. About you? He about to unleash the dragon on that boy, I'm telling you.
Before we go unleashing any dragons, I would like you to seriously consider the impact your words will have on your teammates and the organization.
No. You just think about how your teammates are gonna love it when you call this dude out and you back it up.
You are an amazing player, clearly MP, but some things don't work out that way.
They do if you're MP, okay? So?
Taking one of the heavyweights tonight. MP.
The Jazz coming down the tunnel earlier, ready to do battle on their home floor. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
And by now, we know how much it would mean to MP to win Rookie of the Year. He recognizes he's only got one shot at it.
And everything he's done lately has only made his case stronger. He's showing the kind of poise and maturity that not many rookies have. Put that together with his physical skills, and it's easy to see why he's so special.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Dick. And it's George missing. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA. He had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a lead.
And it's George finishing it off.
And he may be in his 30s, but Paul George still has got a lot of bounce.
George with the steal. He takes it in. Off target at the rim.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
Wasted no time on that one.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
That's a nice dime from Barnes, showing he can break down the defense with his passing.
For Utah, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Pass to Sexton. Nice ball movement by Utah. Count that bucket.
And definitely a shot George willing to take. His stroke makes it easy work for him.
Here's Ingram. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I did catch up with Utah's head coach, and their focus on defense, Brandon Ingram. Coach told me Brandon presents unique problems. It's the skill and size combination. I just don't see it too often. Anytime Ingram touches the ball, everyone will be focused on stopping him. Should be a good one tonight, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Collins setting the pick for George. There's the 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Barnes has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Outside Collins. Pass to George. 5 on the clock. Over Barnes. George missing again. Toronto leading by 9. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
George passes to Collins. Back to George. It's deflected. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And it's sent back by George.
Well, how about the D there from George, one of the premier two-way players in our league.
40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Outside Collins. Pass to George. They need this. And the basket for the fourth time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Lays it up and banks it in. Ingram's got 8 points.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Jazz. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Well, they shot it well because of how selfless they were. You need that kind of chemistry and cohesion on the road.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
And Sexton drops them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we'll be right back after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
So the Raptors 5 right now. We've got Chris Boucher, Emmanuel quickly out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Mobo in at the power forward. Pass to Boucher. Shot from 16, and another basket for Toronto.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight, not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful, thank you. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Pass to Quickly. They set the pick from outside the arc, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's George. Mobo with the rebound.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
And the Raptors hit again from deep.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Collier. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. Scotty Barnes. He's checked in for the Raptors. All right, a chance to check out stats for John Collins.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Here at the end of the season in our sights now, Stan, how much of a toll does a regular season take on the coach?
Well, Kevin, the big thing is you just don't sleep a lot because you're running on adrenaline and your mind is always going, looking for more and more answers, so it can be exhausting mentally.
Pass to Sensabaugh. The Jazz working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Another miss by Utah. And it's the Raptors ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Goes up at the stripe, and another basket for Toronto.
Well, this could be one of those nights where there's just nothing you can do to slow him down.
Collins, a screen on Barrett. Sensabaugh. Another miss by Utah.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the Jazz call time here. Some changes for Toronto. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Chris Boucher. And it's Brandon Ingram in for R.J. Barrett. Raptors on defense. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Poeltl against Kessler. Collins kicks to Sexton. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Sexton's got 5.
Well, there's the sleight of hand by Sexton, launching quickly.
Pass to Ingram. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. The Raptors making a switch here. Walters checked in. .51 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Quickly the pass to Ingram. Shot clock at 5. Ring shot on the way. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And Kessler throws it down.
Well, it doesn't take much for Kessler to catch that lob and slam it home.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Barnes outside. And again, no good by Toronto.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Good on the shot.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break.
Welcome, everyone.
We're in the home stretch. I don't know if I call these guys rookies now.
Yeah, we have some pressure-filled games coming up. In addition to everything else, we'll see who has that. Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Raptors.
Whoa, I love.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. And it's George in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. After bursting onto the scene as a rookie, Coach Van Gundy, expectations certainly increased for Walker Kessler.
Yeah, and Kevin, I think he's handled those expectations well. He knows who he is. He's first and foremost a defensive rim protector and a rebounder. He's a rim runner on offense. He's a pick and roll guy, and he knows that he's got to continue to grow in the other areas.
Toronto leading by 21. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. Chris Boucher's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Pass to Sexton. George looking around. Clock at 6. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
From deep. Drills it from outside. He has 35.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Ingram against George. To the inside. And it's sent back by George. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And finished off by Collins.
Using his size inside. Collins refusing to settle for the layup and elects the dunk instead.
And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Abaji's checked in, and Barrett subbed in for Brandon Ingram. Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Collier comes in for Keontae George. The Raptors also with a sub. Quickly's checked in. Here's Collier. From outside, off the mark. For Toronto, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Dick. Sexton grabs the board.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look. Just couldn't finish.
Filipowski passes to Sexton. The 10-footer. Rebound by the Raptors. Barrett with the ball. George picks him up. Barrett, no good. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Greg Collins Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Quickly looking it over. And stolen by Sexton. Driving the lane. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on R.J. Barrett.
Well, Sexton likes flexing on the defense from time to time. Great job scoring through contact.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Hendricks is checked in, and it's Clarkson in for Paul George. Free throw good, Sexton. So Colin Sexton is 6'3". He has the frame of a point guard, clearly. But Stan, his game is putting up points, and he can do it in a hurry.
Yeah, and Kevin, look, he's done it pretty efficiently in recent years. We have a lot of point guards in the league who are primarily scorers. And Sexton, though, you've also got to give him credit. He's made great strides as a playmaker.
He has indeed. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Well, keeping control of the ball must have been an emphasis for them. Very clean game so far.
The Jazz making a switch here. Sensabaugh is checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Barrett. Jazz trail by 20. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. Utah moving it around. Six on the shot clock. And Poeltl pulls it down. Poeltl's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the paint. Here's Mobo. Filipowski grabs the board. Clarkson for 3. The offensive rebound. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Toronto Raptors closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So the Raptors 5 right now. Barnes and Poeltl make up the inside pair. Emmanuel quickly. The rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Filipowski passes to Collier. Here's Hendricks for the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Hendricks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, fighting through it there. Ingram can get aggressive when he needs it inside.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for Utah. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And Poeltl pulls it down. Poeltl's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
The Jazz call timeout.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Dix checked in for Toronto. So it's the Jazz now. On the wing, George. Kicks it out to Collins. Lets it go from deep. And Poeltl pulls it down. Poeltl's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Good. And he has 42.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Shot by Collins, no good. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Pass to Poeltl. Now here's Ingram. Poeltl up top. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Here's George. That doesn't go either for George.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Toronto.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer. Well, this is what you're trying to do, put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Basket counts.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Back to George. Jazz passing it around. Poeltl against Kessler. Outside, Sexton. 4 on the clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Asserting himself at the arc. Sexton saw his shot and took it without fear.
Inside. Another bucket. Wow.
50 points for him yet again, and I feel privileged to watch this guy go to work this season.
Now he is pulled even for the second most 50-point games in a single season. What a year it's been for him.
And to match 30 games of 50 points or more in a single season, it's unreal. That was a number that prime Wilt Chamberlain established back in 1963.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just...
MP, you my dog and all, look, but you can't let people talk crazy about you like that.
Way to bring home that W. Try and close this one out early so you can get some rest.
About game time. Bring the pain time.
guy?
Oh, it's not right in the glass.
I got the $20. You?
Stay on point. Keep your eyes moving around the crowd. You'll be great.
So what happened to the lady that was killed?
Yeah, she kept asking for selfies and autographs.
That's gotta be kind of fun.
Yeah, it is.
Fans live for games like this one.
Yo, what's good, MP?
Good, man.
Live, bro. I watch you. You got a mean bag. Keep going, bro.
Man, that's big time coming from you, man. I study your game.
I appreciate that. But remember, nothing in this league is given to you. You got to earn it. Trust me. I'm speaking from experience. Oh, so you like to talk. Let's make something shake then.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then there's Dick. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And for the Trailblazers, Scoot at the 1 with Simons at the 2. Robert Williams out there with Obdian. And it's Grant in at the 3, the small forward. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now here's Simons. Pass to Henderson. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, and Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
He's so quick to react. Henderson has the shot lined up before the ball even gets to him.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Give him 8 points now.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line,
And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
And that one misses. Well, Brent, when it comes to Scoot Henderson, his mobility alone causes problems.
No doubt about his explosiveness, BA, being one of the things he uses as a weapon. So if he gets confidence in that outside shot, people start pressing up on him. You're going to see that quick first step and Scoot Henderson getting to the rim and becoming more impactful offensively.
And Brent, Scoot Henderson spending 2 years with G League Ignite, the second overall pick in 2023.
Yeah, and Scoot not the first Ignite player to go very high up in the NBA draft. You think about Jalen Green with the Rockets, but an extra year in the G League, committed to staying there and developing his game. I think that helped him in terms of his maturity, and still the sky is the limit for this kid.
From the arc, and the Raptors, another three.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Simons passes to Henderson. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They've been playing excellent team basketball, 9 wins in a row.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders, the way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time.
Now here's Henderson. Out to Simons. Henderson outside. Henderson with another miss.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Simons with a rebound. Blazers trail by 6. Henderson outside. Walker, he's checked in for Portland. Boucher's checked in for Toronto. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Simons. Beyond the arc. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Fires the three. Won't go. And that makes him 5 for 8. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
They lost both games to this team last year. Don't know if anyone noticed, but both clubs were just so bad. They felt embarrassed.
And it's in there.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Brandon Ingram was the key piece of the Anthony Davis trade. That move changed his career, Brent.
No doubt about it. B.I. won the most improved player of the year in his first season away from the Lakers. So sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence.
And some changes here for Portland. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Williams. Thibault comes in for Avdia, and it's Ben in for Henderson. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Ayton. Now here's Simons. Tipped! Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Walter, he's checked in for... Raptors lead by 3. We've got Walker, Delano Banton out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Grant in at the 3. That's the group for Portland starting the second. Now here's Grant. In his last outing, he had 11 points. The shot's good.
That's a lot of hard work in the offseason for Jeremy Grant to become better at the mid-range, finding some footing there.
Takes one from 10 feet and score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. So it's Portland now. Toronto making their last shot. On the wing, Grant. Rebound, Toronto. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds now. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
After scoring with ease in the first quarter, he's really cooled down a bunch here. Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim, that's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Blazers trail by 5. Here's Benton, coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Ingram against Grant. The 3 is up. Counted from distance. Grant's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, nice smooth release from Grant that time. Can't let him get that kind of rhythm.
Here's Ingram. Can't hit that one. Hey, great D that time from Grant. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. And it's Thibault missing. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. The 3 is up. It falls, and now he's 10 of 15 shooting. Nice work.
This first half has been all him. He's getting to his spots and going to work.
Pass to Grant. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Blazers trail by 3. Batten on the wing. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
From the baseline, and the shot's good. He's got 27.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
1:35 left to play in the second quarter. 2 points. That one goes.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Pulls up on the wing, and it's Toronto with another.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. Pass to Graham. 6 to shoot. Here's Ayton. Quickly with a rebound.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
And here's Ayton. Grant outside. Ayton, a screen on Ingram. And here's Grant from the arc. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside. Portland with a rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. Losing to the Knicks.
There obviously was a breakdown at the defensive end. They gave away too many clean looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense.
And so it's Toronto finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be back in a moment.
This one looking like it could come right down to the wire, which I believe is a horse racing term. Big fella, you ever been on a horse?
Of course, Ernie. They call me the Big Wrangler.
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the Toronto Raptors.
They've had a lot of success in transition, running.
And that'll do it for us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for Toronto. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Dick. Henderson, the pass to Avdia. Henderson with a screen on Barnes. Avdia from outside. Rebound Toronto. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Let's go with a 3. Nails it from 3. He's got 36 points.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Henderson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, a ripped physical guard. Henderson's competitive nature and drive to keep improving is really impressive.
First free throw is good. Henderson hits them both.
Well, Scoot's got great upside, but the next step for him, the evident one here, is just shooting higher percentages and scoring with more consistency.
Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Rebound Toronto.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
Toronto shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, you could tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Oh, there's the... Oh, it's time, Lord. Look out!
Oh, look at that rim after that Williams jam. It's still swaying.
Toronto leading by 14. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Count the basket.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Pass to Dick. There's a screen for 3. Williams grabs the board.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Simons. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Dick. Toronto has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer. I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Blazers trail by 16. It's stolen by Ingram. Here comes Toronto on the push. And the layup is good off the glass.
Changing ends quickly, scoring before the defense can set up. They've been doing it all game.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
Barnes Barnes. It's good.
Inside, Barnes knows he has to fully commit. You don't finish against contact by going in there with half the effort.
Pass to Simons. Grant outside. There's the triple. Hits a three-pointer. Grant's got 11 points.
0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide-open three.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. So Portland going with almost an entire new group here. Ayton, he's checked in for Williams. Walker comes in for Avdia. Rupert, he's checked in for Grant. And it's Ben in for Henderson. So Toronto going with almost an entirely new group here. Boucher's checked in for Pirtle. Abaji comes in for Barnes. Barrett's checked in for Ingram. And it's Walter in for Dick. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. The first free throw is good.
And Ayton has done such...
Get him, MP.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Thibault passes to Ayton. Here's Benton. Back to Ayton. Misses again. Just 4 for 10 from the floor. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. That'll be the third stop of this 4-game trip. Oh, another one falls.
It's incredible. I mean, this is what he does.
Another 50-point game for him. Now tied for second place all time.
Yeah, right there with Michael Jordan, who also made a habit of taking over offensively. Both guys just elite.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Yep, count it.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
To the wing, right side. Now here's Ayton. Not a lot of room. And he's 6 for 12 after that one.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Barnes against Walker. Down low. And it's going to be a 3-second call. A line change here for Portland. The Raptors also with a sub. Pirtle's checked in. Blazers trail by 17. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Henderson. Rebounded by Ingram.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
He launched that one from way outside.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Pass to Grant. Deflected. 1:49 left in the fourth. Pirtle, the pass to Ingram, to the inside. Count that bucket. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Raptors.
They ran the fast break beautifully all night long. It was a huge part of their success.
It's so true. They clearly ran the floor well, constantly putting pressure on the defense. Just a tremendous effort.
And you have to like how they played this year. 55 wins in total.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
Pass to Simons. A shot to stop the run. Rebound Toronto. This one for three. Hits yet again. Wow!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Jacks up a three. Pure from three-point range.
Simons says hello. Great answer.
No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort. It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Outside, Williams. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. So long, everyone.
That's good work. You earned this, twin. You'll be seeing me again, though.
Come on, bro. I stay ready.
All right, that's a bet.
Appreciate you, bro.
That's good work. Keep going, twin.
You too. Good luck the rest of the season.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Right, MP. We can't stop you. Another day, Another win. Good work.